Wherever there's an episodic series, you can bet two men will talk to you. AJ Talon and Owen Finch give their thoughts on Owen and AJ Talks.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to another video today. And today, we've been doing a lot of reviews recently. We decided to go back and do some guessing games because AJ and I have had some guessing games we've been sitting on for a while. And after this one, this will be the last one we've been sitting on for a while. I know tomorrow's video, what you'll see on April 1st, we've been talking about that for a while. But after this video, all the guessing games we've been wanting to do will be done, and we've been talking about these
pretty much. Obviously the way we do a guessing game is, one of us is very familiar with like a subject or show or whatever, and the other one has some vague knowledge from hanging out typically with, like one or the other. And we've kind of done all that, like everything else that we've have is like either something that we're both fans of already and already know a good amount about it, or it's like one of us is a fan and the other has no clue what the other thing is.
Yeah, so this might be the last, other than tomorrow, this might be like the last guessing game we do, unless there's like something that we can we can
probably think of something else like down the line. But I think for now, this is probably gonna be the last one for a good bit.
Yeah. But yeah, today we're doing Phineas and Ferb. This one's kind of interesting because this is probably like the one, maybe other than Ben 10, that we both kind of have like a general knowledge about because we both started watching Phineas and Ferb kind of around the same time, but the reason why this is a guessing game is because AJ didn't watch Phineas and Ferb as much as I did. I think he would only really watch it when I would come over, or that, or I think I started really getting into it too by the time you were moving to Florida, so then we didn't really watch it much together. So
so obviously we're big fans of stuff like Data Phantom, Avatar, Ben 10, a bunch of other stuff. And as a kid, I would watch that stuff religiously. As it was coming out week after week, I would watch the trailers and the commercials and toys. Phineas and Ferb was something I liked, but it was more so just something I would catch whenever it was on, here and there, bits and pieces. So it's something that I'm familiar with, but much less than Owen.
Yeah, which is interesting because we watched the finale together, type of thing. So
you're right, and it's also funny because I was obviously you're 5 years older than me. When I first started Phineas and Ferb, I was pretty young. So I know a lot of when I did watch it was a long time ago, and when it ended, obviously I was a fair bit older than when I started. So.
Yeah. I feel like, too, you were more of a Nickelodeon kid, and I was getting into Disney Channel, around that time.
Yeah,
so.
I think we talked about it. Nickelodeon was kind of our middle ground. You were, Nickelodeon and Disney. I was, Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network.
So, and Phineas and Ferb, obviously, was on Disney Channel, which is always, what I always thought was kind of weird, because, obviously, Disney Channel is normally known for, cartoons, really. But
yeah, they are mainly, the live-action stuff, Hannah Montana, Zach and Cody.
Yeah, so
Lab Rats, Kicking It. I did watch a good amount of Kicking It when I was a kid.
Okay. But yeah, let's just kind of get into it. I have 14 questions, but this isn't going to be as long as the wrestling guessing game or the Walking Dead guessing game. Might be longer than we think. I think I did 14 because I feel like Phineas and Ferb, you knew more so about than Walking Dead. You knew more about Walking Dead than I thought, so that's why I didn't put a lot of questions on there and everything like that. But this will be interesting because I also haven't watched Phineas and Ferb in a while, so I had to kind of go back and do some research to see things I had to put in the guessing game. So this will be interesting to see how this goes. So some of the questions I don't fully remember, but I remember some of it for the most part. But let's get with the first question. AJ, this might be one of the easiest questions, but who are the main characters of Phineas and Ferb?
It's good old Penis and Perv themselves, No, it's Phineas and Ferb, of course. Phineas being the Dorito-shaped, orange-headed kid who looks really creepy when he's facing the camera.
Yes.
And then there's good old Ferb. He's green. and British, but he doesn't talk a lot. That voice actor probably has the easiest fucking job on the planet. He says like one line a season.
Yep.
And then you got the secondary characters. Their older, or Phineas's older sister Candace. Then you got the mom and the dad. I don't know if they have names. And you got like their friends from school who live in the neighborhood. There's Isabella, who's like the Girl Scout. There's Buford, who's like the bully. And then there's like the Indian kid.
Yeah.
I don't know his name. Baljeet.
There you go. I didn't think you would get that name actually. That's why that's why the pictures of characters I didn't use them, because I figured you would know who they are pretty easily. But now there's obviously it's not part of the Phineas and Ferb like storyline, but there's two other main characters that you missed. I don't know if you
Yeah, and I was gonna say, so like there's like for Phineas and Ferb there's like other secondary characters. Like I think Isabella's like friends are characters. I don't remember who they are though.
Yeah.
And then so there's their pet platypus Perry, who's secretly a secret agent. He fights Dr. Doofenshmirtz on the daily, kicking his ass. They have a love-hate relationship. You know, they're friends with benefits.
Yeah.
And then they have their own like side characters as well, because like their plot is for the most part pretty disconnected from Phineas and Ferb's plot. But you have some of these characters on your picture, so I'll save them for later.
Yep. So obviously this one's gonna be an interesting, but yeah, you got all the main characters and everything. So that's good, and so now we can continue going forth with the guessing games. How long did Phineas and Ferb last? Now, obviously, I don't know if you know, it came back. So like maybe like when the original show like started, and then like when the original show like ended. I'll give you that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I did know it came back. Yeah, so I remember. Okay, so it was Toon Disney when it first started, and I remember Toon Disney became Disney XD.
Yeah.
I remember I was still living at that house in Plymouth, like the big one, before I moved to like downtown Plymouth. So I must have been in like first or second grade. Because I remember it was like one of the early episodes of Phineas and Ferb I was watching. So I want to say I was like 6. So probably like 2007 is when it started. And the theme song says like there's 104 days of summer vacation. So I'm going to assume there's like 104-ish episodes. But actually, probably a little bit more because they had like a Christmas and Halloween episodes. I remember that. So I'm going to guess. And yeah, you were with me, yep, when it ended. So I'm going to say it ran from 2007 to 2000.
Uh-oh. Can you hear me?
Came back 2 years ago, I want to say, like 2024.
You did a lot of thinking there. And unfortunately, you were breaking up real bad, so you got to do all that thinking all over again.
Okay, damn, I was trying to be all, like, mathematical and shit. Okay, so I was saying, thanks for interrupting me, Owen. Jesus, like, letting me know.
Well, I mean, I think I tried to, but, I think we were breaking up, so.
Okay. Say something, I'm giving up on you. So, I was saying, I was living in that big house in Plymouth when it started. So, and it was on Toon Disney, that became Disney XD. So I'm going to say like 2006. Yeah, 2006 I think is closer. And then it ended when you were visiting me in Florida. I was just finishing middle school. So that would have been like 2015 when it ended. Then it was gone for a while. I know they appeared as a cameo in the in the show that like the creators made after. But then I think they brought it back like 2 years ago, so that was like 2024-ish.
So I'm going to give it to you because before you broke up a little bit, we did hear you say 2007 because that's when it started, 2007. But I'm going to give it to you because Discord.
Cool, yeah, I said that before and I talked myself out of it.
Yeah, and Discord like fucked you over right there. So
yeah.
And you got it right, 2015, because I went visiting your house in Florida. We watched the finale together, which is funny too, because I think I missed a few episodes like before the finale. So like I think we were just hearing about the finale like around that time, like it was ended.
Yeah.
So, and then yeah, you are right that like it did come back, but the year was wrong. I thought it was 2024 also, but it's actually 2025 that it came back. So unless it's
wow, just last year. Wow.
yeah, I always thought it was 2 years ago, but yeah, just last year. So
That's kind of crazy. Like, it's been 10 years, so like a lot of the kids who like are watching it now. Well, I feel like it'd probably be older fans watching it now, right? Because like when it ended, there's 10 years in between it ending and it starting up.
And it's not like too because I've seen like a couple episodes like since it's been back, like the returning ones, and like it's a continuation. Like I thought it was gonna be like a remake and everything like that, but it's like a continuation.
Well, yeah, I'm assuming it's like the next summer, probably, right?
Well, I don't. Let's see how this guessing game goes. But like, it is the next summer, but there's a weird bit about the. I might not have just seen the premiere because there's a weird bit because there's a big thing that happens in the finale that makes the next summer kind of weird. And but I'll talk about because I know you said like Phineas and Ferb doesn't have a lot of plots, but there's a major character change that happens in the finale that makes when it comes back like pretty weird. Like okay, so something happened maybe in between, but yeah, so you got that right. When it came out, there was a couple specials that came out. I think there was like one special that came out like during like shortly after the pandemic. But other than that, like you pretty much were generally right there. But as I just said, AJ, Phineas and Ferb was kind of like the Drake and Josh SpongeBob. It doesn't really have a consistent plot or anything like that. But what makes Phineas and Ferb special was each episode, like, even though it's one-off-ish, it has a typical structure, like, each episode of, like, how things are going to go. So I figured I would guess, like, obviously, like, there's a bullet points after the plots, even though it's a little different. But, like, point A, point B, can you guess, like, what is like the general direction they take like a Phineas and Ferb episode? Like what kind of happens like in the first half, and then how does it kind of end off? And maybe guess how long that a Phineas and Ferb episode typically is, because you'll be really surprised with what you explain, like how much they get all that in there and everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So I'm pretty sure Phineas and Ferb was like an A and B show, which is like 11-minute episodes. I'd be very surprised if it was a 20-minute episode, but like I could be wrong. Pretty sure the basic formula of Phineas and Ferb episode was they go into the backyard, and I'll say the Phineas and Ferb plot, and then I'll say the Perry and Platypus plot, because obviously they don't intersect till like the very end.
Right.
Excuse me. So Phineas and Ferb go to the backyard, think about what they're going to do that day, and then one of their friends, either Isabella or Baljeet or whatever, will kind of come into the backyard. Isabella will say, "Hey, what you doing?" They'll kind of just give whatever thing is happening that week. Like, "Oh my God, guys, Baljeet is Indian and he wants to be Chinese." And they're like, "All right, Ferb, you know what we're going to do today." And then they hire construction guys, and they're like, "Hey, aren't you a little young to be turning an Indian guy into a Chinese guy?" And they say, "Yes, we are." They have a catchy music number, and it goes da 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 da. And then they build. Well, I was gonna call it an innator, but that's more Doofenshmirtz, and he's gonna copyright it. They're gonna be like, "All right, Baljeet, we're turning you into a Chinese guy," and they're like, "Oh my God, I'm Chinese. This is like amazing." Candace is upset that that they're being racist, and she's trying to get their mom to catch Phineas and Ferb. But meanwhile, beforehand in the episode, somebody will go, "Hey, where's Perry?" Perry's going to his underground, diddle cave, his bat cave. I guess his platypus cave. I don't know. His flap cave.
Yeah, why not?
He talks to the old guy who I'm going to name later. Him and Carl are in a on and off relationship, and they're like, "All right, Doofenshmirtz is trying to turn Chinese guys into Indian guys with his innator. You got to stop him." Perry goes over there. Doofenshmirtz captures him, and he explains his tragic backstory, how his mom didn't love him because he wasn't Indian, so he's gonna become an Indian guy.
Oh my gosh.
Perry beats the ever-living fuck out of this like 50-year-old divorced guy. And then, the device goes off and it turns Baljeet back into an Indian guy right as the mom is about to see it. And then the episode ends. Oh, and then Perry goes back home and everyone's like, oh, hey, there you are, Perry.
I can't believe of all 50 years, as like an example, that's what you fucking use as like a Phineas and Ferb's like premise and everything like that.
I mean, honestly, I'm surprised they haven't done it, I mean, come on, Phineas and Ferb, you should be giving me royalty checks here.
Yeah. I love the fact too that you of all the questions you think that the guys would ask, like, hey, aren't you allowed to be doing this? I would think that we ask more questions than that if like they were doing that type of thing. But yeah, you pretty much got like the the only thing you miss is like you said, like Ferb will have his one liner like at the end of the episode.
Oh, is it at the end? I know he'll like usually say something during the episode, but I don't know if it was like at the end or not.
Yeah, it's always at like the very end he says something.
Yeah, and there is obviously like that's just like the basic plot. There'll typically be like one or two differences, or like like they'll typically have like another musical number in there. Like I know Norm the robot had like a pretty catchy song one time, and then like I think Doofenshmirtz's daughter had like a song a couple times.
Yeah, you mentioned that too. Like Doofenshmirtz will always mention a backstory. And as you, obviously, this is part of this. Like, he's not a good like villain. I don't know. Like, obviously.
Well, yeah, that's like the joke is that he always fucks up.
Well, not that, but like, always the reason he's doing this villain, there's always like a stupid reason, like I can't go swim in the swimming pool or whatever type of thing. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. And obviously, the joke's that like he has like a million things that went wrong with his life. But they always do something funny with it. Like I remember like he's divorced, but like they never make like his ex-wife like the reason why he was like upset. It's usually like his brother or his parents or something.
Yeah, that's always interesting.
Yeah. Like from what I remember, like he actually has a pretty good relationship with his daughter and his ex-wife.
Yeah.
And I remember like in the movie, like he met like the version of himself who like conquered the world. And his whole backstory was like he like lost his toy train. Doofenshmirtz was like, "What the fuck? That's it? Like my parents like left me when I was born. They like had me thrown with Cheetos and like shit."
Yeah, I think the only thing I think the only other like structure you miss is like they'll like do a few times. I feel like it's more early in the season, obviously because we don't have the format yet. Like the sister, like Candace, will try to get the mom to see like whatever they're doing, but obviously like other shit will happen other than the stuff at the end that makes it so she doesn't like see it type of thing. So,
yeah. And obviously there's like other things like Candace has like a crush on Jeremy for like a good part of the show,
right?
And shit like that, So like there is, it's not just like that's not a 1-for-1. There's some differences in the episodes.
But like you said, it's kind of crazy to think that they get all that in like 11 minutes. Like that's a lot to get in there in like 11 minutes, and they do it pretty quickly and everything like that too.
Oh yeah. No, it's very quick from what I remember.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, you got that one right. So you're 3 for 3. So that's good. You do better in my guessing games than I do in yours. I can't seem to do very well in your guessing games. So,
yeah, when you didn't know anything about Pokemon, I was really surprised. I was like, oh, damn, really? I was like obsessed with Pokemon as a kid. I really thought you knew more.
I think the one I did the best in was probably the Ben 10 one, or...
Well, yeah, that one makes sense.
And then Star Wars, I guess TBD, because I feel like...
Yeah, you did pretty good at that.
Well, I still gotta see the prequel. We still don't know because I still gotta see the prequels and like the sequels.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, a lot of the questions were prequels, so yeah, you don't know if you got those right or not.
Yeah, but let's keep going. So now you have to guess the relationships in the show because, like I said, even though Phineas and Ferb was very one-off-ish, they do have like defining relationships, like basically the whole show that like define the characters and everything like that. So I kind of put like secret crushes, relationships. It can also be like friendships or like family type of thing. Any relationships you can kind of guess that kind of carries Phineas and Ferb.
Yep. So as I said, Candace is Phineas's older sister. Ferb and Phineas are step siblings because Ferb's dad married Phineas Candace's mom. I remember they were doing they did like a quick little flashback, and like Phineas and Ferb like met each other when they were like pretty young. I think they were like toddlers. So they've been married for a while, but I always wondered like who the other parent was. I don't think they ever addressed that.
Yeah.
And I think Doofenshmirtz like dated Phineas's mom when they were like in high school or something, but I don't think that's ever really brought up. Yeah, like I said, Candace has a crush on Jeremy, and then like at the one where they like travel around the planet, they start dating at that episode.
Right.
Candace has a best friend. I don't remember her name.
That's not good. That's gonna come up later, so you better think.
Yeah. I'll think of it later. And then Buford is like the bully, but he hangs out with these guys. I think he's mainly the bully to Baljeet because he's racist.
Apparently you are too. So.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's been well established, Owen.
I wouldn't be shocked, by the way, if that episode you pitched for Phineas and Ferb, the bully, and I can't. Buford, comes up with that idea for what they're gonna do that day. Like he's the one that gets the ball rolling and everything like that.
Yeah. I would love it just like in a random episode, like they're like, oh, all right, guys, I guess we had fun today. I wonder what we're gonna do tomorrow. And then Buford is just like, the South will rise again. He's like, huh? He's like, oh, nothing.
That'll be funny. But now I'll continue to talk about the relationships.
Yeah. And Isabella has a one-sided crush on Phineas. And I remember like the 10 years later, I don't think it's 10 years, in the future episode when they're like going to college, Isabella mentioned she like gives up on her crush in high school, and that's when like Phineas starts getting a crush on her. Because in the show, I think the joke is that he's like oblivious.
Right.
Ferb has a crush on Doofenshmirtz's daughter. I remember that. That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
And then they actually start dating in the future episode, which is a little weird because isn't she like 17 and he's like fetus?
Yeah, she's like, because she's like Candace's age, pretty sure. So.
Yeah, and Candace is already in high school, from what I remember.
Yeah. So.
All right, fucking put her on a list.
Well, yeah, like I said, my sister's. I mean, it's not too weird, I guess, because my sister's her husband, my little sister.
Well, I mean, it's a little different because they met when they were like already adults.
Yeah, true. So.
I think the age gap is like fine once you hit that like 20 mark,
Yeah. So.
Well, 20 to 25. If we're doing 15 to 20, then like, somebody call tops.
Yeah.
Doofenshmirtz, like I said, has a pretty good relationship with his ex-wife and daughter. And he has a robot named Norm who like wants to be his son. Perry the Platypus and Doofenshmirtz are enemies, but they are also kind of friends. Like I think they kind of look out for each other. Like it's kind of like the hate is business. I think I covered everything. Like I can't really think of any other major relationships.
Yeah. I think those are all of them. Yeah, those are all the major relationships. And then, there'll be episodes centered around them. Like I said, even though Phineas and Ferb could be like one-off-ish type of thing.
Baljeet, I remember one episode he was like on a date with this girl, but then I think she was just like a one-off because like he was like somebody else later on.
But then I have to go to the next question. So 4 for 4 for you. This is good.
Yeah.
What is the general thing that typically because obviously you wouldn't really think Phineas and Ferb's like a Disney show because again it's like cartoon. We kind of talked about this already, but Phineas and Ferb was kind of came around when Disney Channel was really into the live action stage with Wizards of Waverly Place, Hannah Montana, Jesse, all these other things. But yeah, what is the one thing that makes like Phineas and Ferb like a Disney Channel show? There's this one thing that Disney and just Disney Channel itself like kind of has that like makes it a Disney show. So what's kind of the thing that Phineas and Ferb kind of has that makes it a Disney show? That's a couple things, but maybe the major thing.
Yeah, I guess obviously there's like the basic thing of like it's like family friendly. Like kids going on adventures kind of thing. I guess like that vibe.
Yeah.
Because like there's like superficial. Like I don't think like it has like a laugh track, and obviously it's not live action. I I guess they'll typically have like a celebrity make a cameo at some point.
Yeah, that's cool.
That tends to happen a lot.
Also, there's a song. Disney's big into like having songs and everything like that. Phineas and Ferb always has like a song an episode type of thing.
Yeah.
I think another big thing, and I remember that before we even got on the Discord call, is obviously once Disney bought Star Wars and bought like Marvel and everything like that, that started getting incorporated like into Phineas and Ferb and everything like that. So when we get to
yeah, because there's a Star Wars episode and a Marvel episode. Yeah, you're right.
So that's a big one. So and like I said, the celebrities. When you look at the voice actors, a lot of the voice actors, unlike Phineas and Ferb, have worked on other Disney Channel shows. So Candace is voiced by Ashley Tisdale, which is Maddie on Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
I never heard that.
Which is also kind of weird, because then she's not in the next, she's not in On Deck, and I was always confused about that because if she voiced.
Yeah, still doing work for. Yeah, you're right. That is weird.
But I guess voiceover work is different type of thing. And
probably less of a.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure there's other Disney Channel actresses and actors. Obviously too they cross over with other Disney shows. Which is pretty cool. So, I would probably say the major one is the fact that once Disney bought Marvel and Star Wars, they had a Star Wars and a Marvel episode. But that's more later on type of stuff. So. You could say you could say the cartoon style too looks like something Disney would make also type of thing. It has a very distinct style type of thing. You look at the cartoon for Phineas and Ferb, you could tell that was made by Disney and everything like that. So we kind of joke about this in Ben 10, how this doesn't make sense. There's one major thing in Phineas and Ferb that doesn't make sense, AJ. Do you want to guess the major thing that doesn't make any sense?
I guess how the parents never know about Phineas and Ferb building all this shit. I'm guessing that's what you mean.
That is not correct, but that's kind of correct. That was not what I was going for. Do you want to give it another? Do you need a hint?
How do these two 12-year-olds build these elaborate, world-defining, inventions? I don't know.
The beauty of off-screen, man. They never noticed they never really built this stuff on screen.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, 'cause they do a montage, and then it's all built in 10 minutes.
Yep. So, the answer I was looking for, though, I kind of can't believe it because we joke about this all the time. Is somehow there's many episodes, many years of Phineas and Ferb that was pumping out episodes after episodes. Like I said, 2007 to 2015, and somehow we're meant to believe this is all happened in the span of one summer, pretty much.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. That's why you said it's similar to Ben 10. You're right. Yeah, that is always funny. That they do all this crazy shit and in the span of 2.5 months.
Yeah. So, Yellow Jackets, I think we talked about almost didn't get away with that type of thing because they did so many time jumps and everything like that. We had to be wow.
Yeah, that's the reverse problem. Yeah.
So, okay, so yeah, now you're 4 for 5. So, no, actually 5 for 6 actually because we're 6 questions in, I guess. So,
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna set it a minute on my timer right here. This is gonna be a fun one for you. Let me find my timer, and you can guess the adventures or the inventions that Phineas and Ferb make and everything like that. I'm gonna start the timer, and I guess whatever ones you don't say, if I remember them, I'll just talk about them. But let's do the timer now.
All right, first one, they build a roller coaster. Phineas becomes a boxer. They become a superhero, Birdman. They build a plane to go around the world. They become a band. They help reunite an 80s rock band. They build a giant golf course. Man, this is tough.
Yeah.
They don't do anything one day. I remember that.
Yeah, that's
a plot. Try not to do anything. fuck. They bring back the Birdman for the Marvel episode. I remember that.
All right, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's time.
I really thought I would be able to get more.
Maybe I should have given you more than a minute, but I thought you were gonna get more. But let's see. One episode they build a beach.
Don't remember that one.
One they make winter happen. Like in the backyard type of thing. Okay. And they call it Swinter. They make robots of themselves so that way they can like fit all the time into like do the inventions that like they can't do. They like live with the ants. And it's not what you think. They shrink themselves. What they do is they make the ants bigger. And like they become the same size as like the ants, which is a good thing. It was like black ants. It was a good thing it wasn't like red ants because you know how red ants like bite and everything like that type of thing.
I was gonna even black ants that'd be like horrifying.
But I think they like make this like perfume so they can like live like among them type of thing.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say ants would still probably fucking eat them.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever saw that episode like American Dad where like ants, Stan made, like, this small town, but, like, Law just spilled wine or whatever, and, like, red ants went after it, but, like, he, like, put food, like, in the town, and, like, red ants, like, ran amok, and, like, one of his dog, like, his therapist or whatever, like, had all the problems of, like, whatever he was doing, but, like, the red ant, like, came and, like, beheaded him and, like, ate him type of thing, so there was, it was, so good that that perfume saved their lives, pretty much, so, they make a circus, that's another one. Like I said, I guess because you already said it, so I'll give it to you. Like, they do one where, like, they go all around the world, like, in, like, a day. I will give that one to you. They make, like, Baljeet, like, really smart, like, give him a helmet, and then, like, he's really, I know his character, that's his character, but, like, they make him, like...
The whole thing is, like, he's like a nerd, and that's why he gets bullied. Like, wasn't he already smart?
But, like, yeah, they make him smart, type of thing, so... I'm trying to think of like other one. Fall. They do a fall episode. One time.
It's like I remember, like the theme song lists a lot of the stuff they do, but like I don't think they do some. Like I remember, like I think they fought a mummy, but like the whole like giving a monkey shower thing. Like I don't remember. I think they like did that joke in the show, like that they were giving a monkey a shower, but like I'm not sure.
Yeah. So it wasn't really much of a thing. I'm trying to think if there's anything else like big that they do. Oh, a restaurant. They do like a restaurant. They like open a restaurant. I think that's mainly all of them. There's obviously other ones, but like those are like the main ones that I can like. Oh well,
yeah. I was gonna say I didn't remember like any of the ones you listed, so I'm like, damn. I guess there's a lot of episodes I just like didn't see.
Yeah, they do Zipline, and I think they do Treehouse they do like Treehouse Wars. Type of thing. So
yeah, I don't know that one either. That's
yeah.
weird.
I mean, they make like a ride, but I don't think they make the ride to like as something to do. Like I don't know if you remember this as an episode. Like obviously because it's happened a lot. Like Candace tries to see like where the inventions go, so they made that invention for that like plot or whatever. Oh, they go to the moon. That's a big one. They go to the moon.
Oh.
I'm surprised you didn't say that one because I usually like a lot of cartoons have like go to the moon like type of episode.
Yeah, that does happen a lot. I think they went to space a couple times, didn't they? Like, oh yeah, I remember like one time they like bought a star and then like they went to the star and it was like a bar and they're like, hey everyone, it's the new owners.
Oh, they definitely go to the moon. That's the episode I was thinking of. Yeah, they go to the star. So yeah. But I'm trying to think of. There's another special, but I don't want to give it away because it's in the pictures. Where one of the characters like shows up or whatever. And then like I said, the Marvel one, but again, I'll give you that one because you said it earlier. The Spider-Man, the Marvel one, and the Star Wars one. I don't know if I would count because the Star Wars one like happens, but it's like they're just doing Star Wars stuff. It's not like that. Like it's not actually like them. They're just playing.
I was gonna say, is it like the Family Guy thing where it's just like the characters doing the Star Wars plot?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. And like I didn't want to count like there's a few episodes where like it just set like in like for example in the 50s or in the 20s, but like it's still them. It's like them doing it, but it's not like it's like which is weird. It's like their ancestors like doing this, but it's like the same. So it's weird. Like like this tracks back for like a while, where it's like their ancestors have been like doing this. So I don't know if you can count that because it's not even like them or whatever type of thing. So there's probably so many more I could mention, but then again, the video would just be so long. So now we're gonna do the reverse, or go to the other plot. Well, first let's see if you can guess it. Do you want to guess what Doofenshmirtz... well, I guess I'm going to give you a minute now. You can guess... You remember how you mentioned Heinz Doofenshmirtz has a pretty dark past. I'm going to give you a minute, and you can guess some of the what makes his past suck so much, pretty much. So I'm going to start the minute. Should I give you 2 minutes? Because was a minute too short, or do you think a minute's fine?
No, a minute's fine.
All right, so I'm going to hit the start button now.
Okay, so he was told not to make a mountain out of a molehill, so he decides to make a mountain out of a molehill. His parents made him be a gnome. He was like raised by cheetahs or like bobcats or something. His parents didn't show up for his birth. He couldn't go in the pool because of like cramps or something. He sucked a kickball, I think. His brother was like better at everything. I remember that. But, like I think I was like the plot a few times. He didn't lose his toy train. I remember that. And he also actually had a good Christmas as a kid because I remember his whole thing was he was upset he didn't hate Christmas.
Yep.
Fuck, I feel like there was more. Man.
All right, that's it. That's time.
Yeah.
You did pretty good at that one, you know. I think you got all the main ones. Like that larger one, I think got you like 40 points probably right there if we're doing points.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, that one's kind of vague. I just remember like his brother's good at something and he's pissed off about it.
Let me see if I can remember any. I remember like he was dating somebody, and like
You're right.
I think they like dolphins or seals or something, and then like he made like an invention so that way she could understand what they were saying, and like the dolphins were like wagging on him, saying like, "Oh, she should be with me," and she went with the dolphins or whatever, and then like.
I was gonna say, like I said, he went on a date with Phineas' mom. I remember that.
Yeah, but that wasn't. But no, but like, but yeah, I remember like, yeah, the girlfriend like went to live with the dolphins, and then at the end of the episode, like he falls like in like I think it's a whale because like you have to go inside like because the whale puffed him out or whatever, so you had to go inside like the top or whatever, and like she's like living inside the whale, and she's just like. Best decision I've ever made. Like, she's basically leaving him for a whale. Which is like...
That's...
Then I'm like, wondering, did the whale eat her then? Because she's living inside the whale. Like, the whale like, probably ate her, but, like, not ate her. I don't...
Shame, whatever makes them happy.
Yeah. Let's see if I can remember, like, he loses, like, his balloon in an episode, like, and that, because of like the gnome thing type of thing, so like and it was like a balloon that like was his best friend type of thing. So that was an episode. He I'm trying to see if I can remember anything else. Because I think, like I said, I think you hit like all the main points pretty much. Yeah, I think that's mainly all of them. I feel like again you one made the other type of thing. So, I remember like he was like not a hot dog salesman, but like the German version of him. But like hot dogs like outlawed them, so like it made him lose his job because I think it was Bratwurst, I think. So
okay.
That's one, I guess. So, so there you go, right there. But yeah, he a lot of he has a pretty bad life though for the most part. So. And then another part of the guessing game? What does Doofenshmirtz call his inventions? Or like the main.
Obviously it's like whatever he wants to do. A nader is typically what it is.
I was kind of hoping you remember that because that's the name of the YouTube channel, Owen the Talkinator. So.
Oh, is that where you got it from?
Yeah, I think I was just watching an episode of Phineas and Ferb when I made the channel, and Owen the Talkinator became a thing. So.
Oh, I thought it was like the Terminator, the Talkinator.
No, it's
Phineas. Okay.
yeah, which is kind of a shame. I haven't done one Phineas and Ferb like related thing up until now. So like,
I was gonna say, like Phineas and Ferb, but I didn't know. Yeah, I figured you would have done it more because you did like Good Luck Charlie, didn't you? Like by yourself.
yeah, I always planned on it, but just never could like make it work type of thing. So, and now a minute straight. Maybe don't guess the Inator's nicknames, but maybe describe like. Maybe I'll give you 2 minutes for this because some of them will take a while to describe. Like describe like what he does with the Inators, like how they work and everything like that. So I'm gonna give you 2 minutes now.
I think just one. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get many on this.
I was thinking that because it's gonna take a while to describe, but let's see. I'm gonna do 1 minute. All right, let's do in 1 minute now.
Yeah. So the one where he makes the mountains out of the molehill, I think it just like it makes it bigger. Is the thing.
Yeah.
And then because I'm like I remember like at the end of the episode like whatever he does like ends up firing off into Phineas and Ferb's like yard and makes whatever they're doing like disappear. But like I don't remember a lot of what the Inators actually do. Like I remember the backstory and like why he's building the Inator. But like. Yeah, I got nothing, honestly.
I don't know what to do here. Do I just let the timer run out, or do I, like, I don't know. I mean, we got 20 seconds, I guess, so we can just sit here for about 15 more seconds, I guess.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what the Inators really do.
Okay. We got about 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Okay, 1 second. That might have been the worst time any time anyone's done with 1 minute. So
I got the one. That was it.
I might have to take some points away for that too. Like that's. Yeah. But yeah, I got one of them makes people dance. That's one. Okay. Makes someone invisible, and then like does the reverse of that, like makes someone like disintegrate. He makes it so somebody like can't feel love because like he was gonna go on a date and then like in case the date went poorly he was gonna like zap his date to like make her not be able to love anybody anymore. But then like the date went like well, but like Perry destroyed the device like and then later on like because the device like because I guess he pressed the button enough where like the device like shot her anyway. So like it had the reverse effect where like they were like dating for a while and then like all of a sudden she didn't feel anything. So poor guy. Shrikinator, where he makes people small. There's one where like he makes people like act out of character. So for example, like there was an episode of Phineas and Ferb where like the bully like got into a competition with Isabella. And, like, he was very sexist during that competition. And then at the end, like, like, he was supposed to shake her hand, but, like, didn't shake her hand. And then, like, he got sapped with the Inator. And, like, he was like, oh, I meant to say I had a wonderful time. This was a great game and everything like that. And then they were all like, wow, that was out of character for him type of thing. Or, like, it worked on Candace. Like, she did something out of character where, like, she, like, hid, like, whatever they were making, like, from her mom before, like, she saw it and all that type of stuff.
Okay.
Let's see if I can think of any other Inators. I think one he almost caused like the end of the world type of thing. Like made like made the environment like made summer really hot where it was like melting and all that type of stuff.
Safe for everybody in the tri-state area. How nice.
Yeah. One of them backfired. He accidentally like caused a zombie apocalypse in one episode. And I don't think he meant to. I think he was like making it to like to fuck with his brother somehow, and then like this one's a funny one. I think like not like I think like the head of like Italy or something, like whatever they call the president in Italy, was coming to like Quahog or whatever, and like he was gonna zap what? Isn't it Quahog? No, not Quahog. What's it?
The tri-state area.
Tri-state area. And he was gonna shep his brother to like make him act really rude, and then what ended up happening is that backfired because like he zapped the Inator, but then and like it worked, But like we found out they just did like a play to teach people about manners. So then like he was like, wait a minute, what the hell? Like if they were faking it, like what am I way hit? And obviously it ended up hitting whatever Phineas and Ferb were like doing type of thing. So, one of them he makes himself really handsome. And that was he didn't mean to do that. It was an accident. So, and then, that's about, again, there's a lot of innators that he, like, makes and everything like that.
Yeah,
so.
104 days of summer vacation. I kind of assume he's got a lot of them.
Yeah. I think, obviously, that portal that he makes to, like, that causes the second dimension episode type of thing. So.
Yeah.
Oh, the biggest one, I don't remember the innator, but, like, he takes away the powers of the Marvel characters, and, like, he gets them.
Oh,
yeah. But he didn't mean to do that. I remember. I think that was an accident too. Type of. I always notice like a lot of the things that he like makes. He does like not. He does the unintentional thing. Like he caused like the Marvel characters like to lose all their fucking powers and all that type of stuff too. Like wow. Like.
Which by the way, I'm gonna say I always thought it was really weird that they had Iron Man in that episode because like Iron Man doesn't have powers. Like it's the suit, you know.
Yeah, so I guess they took the suit's power, but shouldn't Iron Man have died if the suit didn't work?
Same with Thor. I'm like, I mean, Thor's like super strong, but like the thunder and lightning and shit comes from the hammer.
Yeah, they couldn't use the hammer, so. But like,
oh, okay.
But like Iron Man though, if his suit shut down, wouldn't he have died?
Yeah,
like,
but he'd just be like stuck in there. So I'm like, he wouldn't be able to move.
But doesn't he need that thing like in his heart to like live? Like, isn't that the whole point of the suit?
Well, yeah. The thing in it, he has like the thing in his chest. Well, that's like not connected to the suit.
Okay, so.
But like, I mean, if he shut down the suit, he probably also shut down his heart. Which, he probably should have fucking died.
Yeah. So, I thought he stayed in the suit the whole time too with that episode. Like he couldn't move or anything. So was he just? I guess he just.
I don't think he ever takes his mask off in that episode.
No, I don't think so. None of them, and like the Hulk stayed the Hulk, like in that episode too. Like
yeah, he didn't like go back to being Bruce Banner, which is really weird. He was like big as the Hulk. He just like
didn't have any powers.
Like how does that like did he like not pick like he couldn't pick up like a paperclip? He's like, oh no, too heavy for me. I can't do it.
I guess not. I don't know.
This whole thing being super strong.
Okay, so this is where you're gonna go to your phone, AJ, because I sent you some pictures. We're gonna get some some characters. Let me find. All right, so either you could just show the picture in the webcam, or you could just describe who the guy is. Like
Yep. So this is a major monogram. He's like basically Perry like James Bond. He's the guy who like gives them the mission of the episode, which is always fighting Doofenshmirtz over whatever innator he's built that day.
Yep.
And like I said, he's got his assistant Carl. He's like the unpaid intern, I think is what it is. And they have they have a loving relation. They have a secret love affair. No, not actually, but like they I think they are. I don't know. They're like they have like a friendship or something. They banter. I remember.
I do remember. Like I think I don't know if they. Like when you first see the show, I think you just think like he's the one given the missions, but then you find out like he runs like the organization and everything like that. Because you probably didn't like.
Yeah, because isn't the thing like it's like a bunch of pets are like secret agents?
We'll have to come back to that. That might be a question.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and then the next one, I think her name is Stacy. I think
you have to show the people.
Oh, right.
They don't. Yeah, you're correct. Who is Stacy?
She's Candace's friend. I think she's more of like a side character who's not in a whole lot. She's in a couple episodes. Like I remember, like the one with the golf course. Like, she ends up becoming really good at golf, and she's like happy that Phineas and Ferb are building this stuff. And Candace is like pissed off about it. And then another time, I think she discovers Perry is like the secret agent, but like it's kind of a loophole where like it's only his family can't discover who he is, and she doesn't count. So like for the rest of the series, like she knows Perry's like a secret agent. She just like doesn't say anything about it.
Well, that one's kind of weird because like they do something with this, but then the show like ended like shortly after that, so they didn't really get to like explore. I think that's what the next season's probably going to mainly be about, type of thing. So
yeah.
That would have been a cool loophole, but what actually happens is like she just pretends like she wasn't like home, so like her memory wouldn't get like wiped. That would have been cooler if they went the other way, where like she wasn't family type of thing. But
yeah, yeah. So I think she's kind of more of like the straight man to Candace's because Candace is kind of crazy, like obsessed with finding busting Phineas and Ferb. So I think she's kind of like the one to be like, hey, Phineas and Ferb are kind of cool.
yeah, definitely. So
this is Jeremy. He's like the cool guy. Candace has a crush on him. I think for a good portion of the show, he's just kind of like oblivious to her. But then like later on, I think he develops feelings for her, and like I said in that around the world thing, like he calls her like his girlfriend, and he comes back from like France or Italy or wherever, and then like kiss, and after that they're like officially dating.
Yep.
This is Doofenshmirtz, his brother. We're gonna call him douchebag, douchebag.
Okay.
He's like the mayor of the tri-state area, I think.
Yep. Do you remember? Do you want to guess a name? Because he does have one.
Doofenshmirtz. There we go.
It's one, but I'm gonna give it. You know what? That's like.
Yeah, I feel like they said that on Disney Channel. Why not? I got no clue who this is.
Yeah.
I think this is like something that Candace really likes, because I remember in the Marvel episode she says like, "Oh, these guys had a crossover with the Ducky Momo," and she's like a big fan of it. And I'm guessing this girl is also a fan of Ducky Momo.
You are right, but should I tell you who this is? Because I guess I'll tell you. That's Jeremy's sister, Susie.
Oh.
Susie. She's like really evil in the show and like wants to like.
Yeah, I can tell from the face she's probably like an evil baby or something.
Yeah, she, obviously like she doesn't want Jeremy like dating any girls because like obviously it's the big little sister like wants the big brother all to herself. Not in the Kiss This way, obviously.
I was gonna say, Owen, Phineas and Ferb, the creators were actually big fans of Kiss This. They thought it was a big inspiration to them.
There's actually a funny joke though. In the same episode she's introduced in the haunted house, like you had to like be your biggest fears, and like Buford, the bully's like dressed up as her. And what makes that joke funny is like we'd already seen her be evil, so like Phineas and Ferb were like, "Wait, you're afraid of Jeremy's little sister?" And then like obviously the joke there was like the audience knows more than like what the So,
and then this is Mrs. or Miss Doofenshmirtz, because I remember the joke is that she like she's at the kickball game, which is like his family reunion, and he's like, "Hey, you're not even at Doofenshmirtz anymore," and she's like, "I kept the name."
I guess that means she could. I don't know why that means she could go to the family reunion though. I don't know how that qualifies.
I know, right? It's super awkward. It's like, okay, you're like ex-husband's family. And I think they make a joke that like the reason Doofenshmirtz can like afford his like innators is that like he gets like alimony checks from her.
Yeah. So, do you remember? She does have.
I remember they make a joke that like multiple times that like he's like not actually a doctor.
Yeah.
Do
you remember her name? Do you remember her name?
Know her name.
What? Charlene. They say it like.
I don't know. Yeah, I wasn't gonna guess that.
All right, this one you might. This one's pretty.
I kind of remember that this thing is like an alien, and it like vomits rainbow or something. I think is like what it does.
Do you remember the name? That does have a name. Well, I don't remember the actual name, but like the.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it Pokemon? And it like says its name, but then at the end it's revealed like it can actually talk or something.
Well, he has like a translator, yeah, like at the end type of thing. So.
Yeah, I don't remember what his name is, but yeah, he's like an alien and he's like a fighter and he vomits rainbow, I think.
I didn't actually think you remember that one, so there you go. His name is Meep. Well, that's what he says anyway.
Yeah. I was like, it begins with like an M, I think, but yeah, Meep. That's right.
Yeah, I remember too. They do a funny thing where like that's like a thin like a Pokemon like they go to like a convention and like he's actually like there and like he sees like. Someone like dress up as like his. I guess I should have used his villain, like his villain, and he disintegrates the costume and everything like that. It's really funny actually. So.
Oh, okay.
Which is
that's funny.
Because he thought it was the other guy.
I don't know who this is at all. I think he's from that like spin-off, right? That the creators did after Phineas and Ferb.
No, this is This is I can't believe you've never seen this guy, man. Like, this is Owen. He's in the background of like every Phineas and Ferb like thing. He's really good at saying that. So what actually happened is like they made this character. He's like a big Phineas and Ferb fan. That book he's carrying like has all the pictures of like
He's like the stalker. Okay.
yeah. So it's really funny. So like the episode he's introduced in, he's like. It's really funny too because it's like they're like in their house. They didn't even know he was like there, and then like he like says in the episode that like, oh, I'm here every time. I just am really good at staying in the background and everything like that. But like he's never actually like been there. He's like honestly, he's like he's the background character like in Yellow who claim they've always been there, but like they're never like there type of.
Yeah, well, I'm guessing that was like the joke is that he was like a standard like background character model, and decided to actually like make that the joke.
Yeah,
and he's like, oh.
But this is so that's funny. I thought I would include him because he shows up enough. Where
that's funny. That's a joke. I like that.
Yeah. He actually gets shot. They do a funny joke where like his like because he has like an older brother and like the big thing is his brother always messes with him, but his brother like claims he's all knowing, like he can't be like fooled or whatever. So he actually like fooled him, like, and he did it like really shittily. Like he had because Phineas and Ferb went off somewhere for the day, and he had like and he had like Buford and like Baljeet like dressed up as Phineas and Ferb, and they were obviously like not Phineas and Ferb. Like they have them like turn their heads like backwards or whatever, and then like the invention they built was like a hologram or whatever, and like he actually had him like he completely fooled like, and it was like not well done, but then it ends up backfiring on him. Do you want to guess how it backfires on him? Because it's really funny. Because then like the brother ended up getting proof that he wasn't fooled. Do you want to guess like the funny joke they do at the end where he doesn't get fooled?
Yeah, I don't think I can guess. I think
so what ends up happening is obviously Doofus went to do his own plot. So like, they dropped like the invention, not the invention, but like I think it was like the Eiffel Tower that they had. Like it was like a hologram they like made it. So like they ended up getting like the real Eiffel Tower, and they dropped down in Phineas and Ferb's house for like a couple seconds. And obviously, then the real Phineas and Ferb like show back up again like at the end. And obviously like he's upset because he like fooled his brother, but they couldn't even like prove it because like Doofenshmirtz like fucked with. So I just think it's funny like everything Doofenshmirtz does like fucks not just with Phineas and Ferb, like it fucked with him. Like come on, I had you. This is like bullshit. Like, so I think this character ends up like being pretty great. Like it's funny that he exists, and that's basically his description is that he's always been there. So that's awesome. Honestly, this character needs to show up in Yellow Jacket, and then I would believe he was always been in the background. So.
Yeah, he's like, guys, I've been here the whole time. Come on.
They just and he survives the wilderness too, of all places too. Like
all right. Well, of course, he didn't show up till the very end. I mean, obviously he was there the whole time, but he's just there like as they're getting on the plane to go home.
That'd be awesome, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, AJ, you gotta guess this. Alka. What is that? Does that mean something? What is that like?
So, yeah, I'm guessing that's the organization Perry the Platypus works for, and they have a bunch of like pets as secret agents to like do stuff for them.
Yeah, do you want to guess like what it's about? The organization. Like what like how does the pets work? Like obviously, like Perry, like why is he with like. Why is he with Phineas and Ferb and everything like that type of thing?
Yeah, so I was gonna say, I think the thing is that like they're built with like families, and like, obviously like if they're ever discovered for being secret agents, they have to like memory wipe the family and like relocate the pet to a different family.
Yeah.
And obviously Perry likes Phineas and Ferb, so he doesn't want to get relocated. And I think there's like a bunch of evil scientists, like, 'cause I remember like Doofenshmirtz wants to impress a bunch of the other guys, and I'm guessing they all have like pet nemesis.
Yeah. And I don't know if you know.
Yeah, and that organization is just to like stop evil scientists from taking over the world, I guess.
Yeah, and I don't know if you know this. Like when Phineas and Ferb went to the pet store, like the organization like set it up so that way like Perry would be like their pet because obviously he was supposed to get like located to like them and everything like that.
Oh, okay.
Like I think they were like, which is funny. There's a movie called Cats and Dogs where like they do the same plot, but it gets fucked up because like. The dog like went like they took the lawn dog that like wasn't supposed to like even like go like he didn't hide because like I think they went to like a secret woman he was supposed to hide but then he didn't like like obviously he didn't like hide because he's just a puppy, so that all got fucked up and everything like that. So I'm surprised they didn't do that plot with Phineas and Ferb type of thing. So can you name any other agents that like
I think one's like a beaver. Like, is that like, because isn't it like the joke of like everyone thinks Perry's like a beaver or something?
Yep. So, Isabella's dog ends up being an agent. I don't know if you remember, like Isabella like has her own like plot in an episode, and like the B plot's like her dog being the agent instead of like Perry being the agent. So, a panda's obviously a panda, and they do an episode where like that's kind of big, you know, where like it's like the joke is it's supposed to be like they're in a relationship where like Doofenshmirtz been like a new nemesis, so like he's like quote unquote breaking up with like Perry the platypus type of thing, and even says like, you know, it's like it's not like I don't like, but it says he changes it. It's like that's not like I don't hate you anymore. I do. We just have to spend some time. It's like really funny actually. So
yeah, it's like a breakup. Yeah.
And then I'm pretty sure there's like this you know, like obviously like something that's not like supposed to like exist type of thing, like a Loch Ness monster or something. And then the big twist at the end, you find out he's like a part of this organization and everything like that type of thing.
Oh yeah, I think I remember like the Loch Ness monster in one episode. That's right. Okay, I didn't remember. I
don't think it's that one, but I think it's like something like that where it didn't exist, and then you find out like they wiped it or whatever. Type. Well, they didn't wipe it out, but they made it. They like faked its death or whatever, or they made it seem like it didn't exist. But then you found out it was a part of this like organization or whatever. And they did a funny episode where like there was a duck that was a secret agent. He was just on a really long like extended vacation and all that type of stuff. So you know, then AJ, you do you want to guess what ALCA stands for?
Owen wins. Cause asshole.
Wow, I thought you were gonna you actually I thought you were gonna actually make that like a compliment and then it turned into a negative then.
No,
so.
You know me better than that.
So I know, I actually think you would go with the opposite. Like you were gonna actually make it like a like a negative thing, but then like you were like, oh wow, this is actually getting a compliment, and then yeah. You didn't even make that.
I got you orders.
But it stands for actually funny. It's an organization without a cool acronym. So that's what it stands for.
Oh, okay. That's a pretty funny joke.
Yeah. They did. So, I like. Do you want to get some big episodes that happen in Phineas and Ferb? Like any big specials or anything like that?
Yeah. Obviously, there's the SpongeBob one. I'm not SpongeBob. Sorry. Star Wars one, where they do the plot of Star Wars. I think. There's the Marvel crossover one where it's Spider-Man, Thor, Hulk, and Iron Man meet Phineas and Ferb. There's the Around the World one where it's based on Around the World in 60 Days, I think. Where that one it's like one long day of summer because they're like following the sun.
Yeah. Going back to the Marvel one, do you want because obviously the villains show up. Do you want to get the villains on the other side of things that like show up?
Yeah. So, God. Yeah, I don't remember who were the villains for that one. I'm guessing it's 4 Marvel villains. I'm gonna guess like Dr. Octopus, Loki, the leader, and who'd be the Iron Man villain? Oh, the Mandarin.
Obviously, I probably should. I just fucking booked myself into it because I'm not gonna know probably some of these, but Venom is one of them. There's a guy there that he's got like a green suit, like a red skull, or whatever, like a red head. Like I think he's. Red
Skull. Okay, he's a Captain American villain, so that's a little weird.
I thought he was Thor's villain too, because like our cousin Ryan said he like at the end like he actually teleported to like Thor's world, like at the end.
Not really.
Okay, so we'll have to see. And then I don't remember the other two that show up. I'm pretty sure.
Let me Google.
Yeah, so, and then we'll go back to the video. So,
Phineas and Ferb, Mission Moral.
I remember there's one that was like mechanical, like like he didn't have, like he just floated or whatever type of thing. I think he's Hulk.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, Venom, Red Skull, MODOK, and then I'm gonna assume that's Whiplash. Very weird choice to use him, but okay.
Who's Whiplash? Who's villain's Whiplash?
He's an Iron Man villain. So, and you know, he was the villain of Iron Man 2, which I think came out around that time. So I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, they probably wanted to like cross over the.
Yeah, it just he's a more obscure one. So that's why I was like, oh, that's very weird to use him.
And then the other one,
MODOK. Yeah, so he's like a giant floating head.
That's the one I was thinking.
I mean, he's not really like one character specific villain. So I guess that one makes sense.
Yeah. So.
And obviously Venom makes sense with Spider-Man, but I'm like, really, Red Skull, huh? Like, all right, that's a weird one.
Yeah, because you said he's Cap's villain. He doesn't even. Cap's not even in the. I don't think.
I was gonna say, mainly Captain America's villain. So I don't know why he's here.
Yeah. So I guess they couldn't get any of Thor's villains. I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, why not use Loki? He's like one of the most popular ones. So, like, you figure they would have used him.
But yeah, go back, keep guessing specials. You were in the middle guessing one before I interrupted.
Yep. Yeah, how fucking dare you, Owen, in your own guessing game, interrupt me? How fucking dare you? Yeah, like I said, there's a Christmas one. There's a summer one. I don't know if it's technically a special, but, you know, like the one where it's like, you know, they're going to college. It's like in the future. There's one where it's like Candace from the future travels back in time to bust them on like the first episode, and that results in like Doofenshmirtz taking over the tri-state area, so she goes back to stop herself.
Yep.
I think that's a special. I don't think that's a regular episode. And then obviously like Across the Second Dimension, where they go to a dimension where again Doofenshmirtz won. The finale. Actually, I don't remember the plot of the finale. I think wasn't it like they're like redoing the roller coaster or something?
I'm gonna say him in a second. So is that your official guess?
Yeah. Because I think it's it for specials. Like, I think the rest are just like regular episodes.
Yeah. So let's see. Going through like you said, the Christmas episode, the Halloween episode, the Bird episode. You know, where they're a superhero. That's actually a special.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a special. So, I'm trying to see if I can even remember. Like obviously the episode where they go to see the star. The episode where they go to the stall. That's a special.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
yeah. Like, again, all these I'm like I just assumed they were regular episodes.
Yeah. When I say special too, I consider it like long, like it's a half hour, like it's a whole episode. Like,
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I'm assuming it's like a longer episode.
Yeah. I would say it's not really a special. It's more of a regular episode, but like they do an episode after they like conquer that dimension, and like it's like what in the second dimension like was going on like after they conquered it type of thing. Like it's just all set there type of thing, which is pretty cool.
Oh.
I would consider that even though it's the length of a regular episode, I would consider that like a special.
Okay.
There's an episode where they go to Hawaii. That's a special, and like Carl becomes evil because he gets shot with one of Doofenshmirtz's like inventions that makes him evil type of thing. So there's that one. Doofenshmirtz, there's like This Is Your Backstory, where they like show all his backstories. That's a special. I think they probably made that a special to make it longer type of thing. The episode where they get where they go and reunite that 80s band is a special. I think mainly because there's a lot of songs in that episode, so they probably needed to make it long.
Yeah, okay, yeah, because I remember there's like a song for every band member they recruit, and then like at the very end, yeah. I do remember that. I ain't got rhythm.
Yeah, the whole joke is he actually does have rhythm type of thing. I like at the end of the song, like I think one of the background comes like, "Dude, just do it. You clearly got rhythm."
Yeah,
like
from the band already. Yeah.
So that's funny. I am trying to.
There like a YouTube video where it was like, "I ain't got rhythm," but he actually doesn't have rhythm. Where like like they changed the sound effects to where everything sounds like shit.
That's funny. I'm trying to like you said the Star Wars one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I didn't see it, but like I'm assuming that was a special.
Yeah, because I don't think they would have been able to get all that. Because I think it's not like the Family Guy thing where they just do like one movie like per. I think they do like everything like in that one.
Oh, do they do the whole thing? Jesus.
I assume it's quicker type of thing. I didn't watch it because I wouldn't have gotten and because I didn't watch that. That probably would have spoiled Star Wars, some of the Star Wars things.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you end up watching that? Because like, yeah, that would have probably spoiled it. Because I know you didn't watch the Family Guy Star Wars ones.
Yep. Let's see. I'm trying to think of any other like specials that have. I'm pretty sure there's a special they like. This one's kind of weird. Actually, I want to save that because that's for like my out of context stuff that doesn't make any sense. So, and then the special Phineas and Ferb get busted. That's a special. Where they go to that like military school and they get busted. I don't know if you remember. And then you find out. Yeah. So you find out that was a dream. They obviously made that a special though because it was like the first time that happened type of thing. So.
Yeah, because I was gonna say like I remember that episode, but like I wasn't sure if that was a special or if that was just like a regular episode.
Yeah. That episode I mentioned where like Doofenshmirtz accidentally causes like a zombie apocalypse is a special.
Okay.
Don't know why it's a special but like they made like again it's longer than a normal episode for some reason. So, and then that episode where like Doofenshmirtz nearly ends the world, that's a special. Yeah, that's a thing.
Nice.
So, yeah, I'm pretty. There's probably other specials I'm like forgetting, like probably like a really obvious ones, but yeah. So those are all the specials pretty much. So they have quite a few specials. I think the biggest one is obvious is the one where they go to the second dimension because that was treated like a big Disney movie and stuff. So and they went full on with like the animation there and everything like that. Like it's and then obviously like I mentioned that like special where they come back like right before the pandemic, so like Candace ruined summer or Candace horrible summer. It's something about Candace and summer. So but yeah, let's guess any running jokes throughout the show that like gets brought up a few times.
Yeah. So obviously the where's Perry, and it's like, oh, there you are, Perry. Candace trying to bust them, and like something goes horribly wrong where she can't do it. Yeah, like people thinking Doofenshmirtz is a pharmacist.
Yeah, that's who it was.
Because like, I think obviously like Ferb having a crush on Vanessa. Isabella having a crush on Phineas. I think it's really like all I could think of, like in terms of like running, or somebody asking like, "Hey, aren't you a little young to be, fucking creating the Third World War?" And he's like, "Yes, I am." Yeah. I think Phineas and Ferb with the running jokes is more like quippy. I guess like they're very like short running jokes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, I'm trying to think if there's any other like running jokes. I mean, obviously this is one like Doof always makes like the self-destruct like button, and like obviously it's a big thing, but like
yeah, like I was like I didn't know if that's like considered a running joke or not. Yeah.
So that ended up kind of being one. I would say that's a running joke because like when he actually makes it, then he goes like, "Wait, why the hell would I put a self-destruct button like on this type of thing?" So, which is a big villain thing. Like, yeah, why the hell would you put a self-destruct button like on your machine type of thing?
Yeah.
I would say probably like obviously Doofenshmirtz like inventions backfiring on him. Not really a running gag, but a running thing that happens throughout the show is like the cool ways like Perry goes into like his lair. They always change that up a little bit, type of thing. So,
Okay.
that's pretty cool. Like I remember one time, it was doing the clip show. Like he was allowed not to like do the grand entrances anymore, and like they were like, okay, you haven't been doing like your grand entrances. Like they show clips, type of thing. So that was pretty funny. So, but yeah, I think that's pretty much. That's a special. The clip special is a special. Well, they, every like Disney show has it, where they show like past. Well, it's basically a clip show. It's like just the characters referencing like past episodes and everything like that. So, I guess that's a special because you couldn't. I don't think you could show because I think Phineas and Ferb had gotten far enough where like you had to kind of like obviously make it to like a whole episode. Then again, you've been saying it, but any other memories you have of Phineas and Ferb other than what you've been saying?
Like, in terms of like watching the show, I can only really think of two. One was, like I said, I was at that old house I lived in when I was super young. I think I was watching like the boxing one. Where like Phineas is like boxing Buford. I guess there's another one. I used to have the Phineas and Ferb like CD. I would have my dad play that in the car. And looking back, I remember there was like one song that like I really liked as a kid, but like now looking back, I think like it was like an adult joke song.
Okay, I'll have to see what that is. So
I think it was like Gucci Gucci Goo means I love you, and like I think the whole song is like a sex joke is like the thing.
Which is funny because they do an episode where like the fans could vote in like what the best song was, and that like was like the number one type of thing. So
yeah. So it's one of those things where I'm like, oof, yeah, no. In hindsight, obviously I was like 6, I didn't know, but like it was kind of funny like thinking about how much I would listen to that in the car with my dad.
I bet your dad was laughing too. Like, what the hell was that? Like,
yeah. I used to have Phineas and Ferb CD all the time. I remember, which is funny because, like I said, I didn't even watch the show a whole lot, but I really liked the music in it. And then obviously I remember watching the finale with you because I hadn't watched the show in like forever. And then you were like, "Oh, hey, yeah, the finale's happening. We should like watch it." And we watched it at my dad's place.
Yep.
Well, it was my place, obviously, because I was like a child. I couldn't really live on my own yet.
Right. Yeah, those are good memories. So, but yeah, now I get to explain weird context that don't make any sense about the show. Someone becomes the Hulk. In that crossover episode, when Phineas and Ferb are trying to get their powers back, Baljeet accidentally gets zapped with the machine that's supposed to give the powers back, and he becomes like the Hulk.
That's funny.
And has the Hulk's like powers and everything like that type of thing. So, a plant becomes an agent. There's an episode where Perry was doing his own thing, like a different thing, fighting another agent. So like Doofenshmirtz was wondering where he was. So like he just saw like a random potted plant. I think it's called Planty, the potted plant. And he puts like the hat on him, and he gets like conquered at the end. And then like at the end, he becomes like a secret agent. And it's not like a one-off joke. This gets brought up like a few times and everything like that. Like I remember they do like a funny joke where like his like identity gets revealed by accident by like the mom. So like they have to like relocate. They have to like relocate him.
Like that. That's cute.
And it's like I don't even think it's like the same plant that like Doof obviously like put the hat on. So it's really funny like. So, they break the fourth wall more times than you think. This is weird. Like, that episode I mentioned where like they do the music countdown special, which is also a special. I forgot about that one. It's really weird because it's not like the creators or the actors. Like you would think like it would be like them like actually counting it down. No, they actually animated. They had like Doofenshmirtz and Major Monogram like host a special about it. And they're like doing the countdown and everything like that. And then it's really weird because like they do that Where's Perry joke, and then this is like, and Ferb actually says like, "Oh, he's at this like countdown special or whatever," and like making an invention. It's like, wait, this is happening like in universe. And then it also gets weird because like then they do like a weird side plot where Doof like tries to like hypnotize people to like control the world, and they use like the Doofenshmirtz like the Phineas and Ferb Gucci Gucci Goo song to like break the like spell or whatever type of thing. And then like so that's super weird fourth wall breaking. I'm trying to think of other like fourth wall Oh, this one's really funny. They're like making an episode like it's like obviously like the SpongeBob Patrick episode where it's like in the past where they're like cavemen and or whatever, and obviously you can't understand what they're saying, and like during the episode like they have the animators, they're not like in it, but they're like still shot like animated themselves, and they'll literally say like, "Wait a minute, I don't think this is working out. I feel like we need to like abandon this or whatever." And then like the guy's like, "No, I think this is starting to work out now." And then at the end of the episode they were like, "I don't think this is the best idea to make this episode," type of thing. So it's like that's like hilarious. So
yeah, that's fun.
I think those are like the most egregious times, but they break the fourth wall like more often than you think. like in the show and everything like that. I assume probably in the Disney, like in that Marvel episode, they probably break the fourth wall like a few times, like references I probably didn't get, and like the Star Wars, and probably the Star Wars ones. But yeah, those are and obviously, like I said, like the Doofenshmirtz, when they go to the second dimension, they obviously they kind of break the fourth wall there when the evil Doofenshmirtz was just like, oh yeah, like I lost my toy train, and then Doof like mentioned like, wait, I should be the one that's like you're in your position because I've lost everything type of thing. So, but yeah, let's see, but that's one of them. Where they I forgot the biggest one. They break the fourth wall. In the finale. You know, at the end, they sin, like, all the things they do throughout the summer. One of the things they, like, sin is, like how I forget the line, but Phineas and, Isabella, like, get together. Like, Phineas is the one that sins that line.
Yeah. I was like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah, wait a couple years.
So that's a big one. And obviously it's kind of weird, because obviously at the end, they'll sit in, like, all these adventures they went on. And then at the end, like, the mom comes out and, like, asks, like, hey, who wants pie? It's really because like it's not just them in the backyard. It's like all the characters like in the show are like in Phineas and Ferb's like backyard, like going in there to have pie and everything like that. Like and Perry's in his secret agent, by the way, like doing all of this type of thing. Like I don't think he like switched. So, I forgot a big one, a joke, by the way. I can't believe you forgot about Doofus, which will only recognize Perry the Platypus as like a secret agent.
Yeah. Platypus? Perry the yeah, you're right. I forgot about that.
Yeah. I think the funniest one was like he was like a plumber in an episode, like pretending to be a plumber, and then he put his hat on, and then he was still confused, like, wait, Perry the plumber platypus, and then like he takes the plumber thing off, and then he like finally got it, type of thing.
Yeah.
Or like obviously in the dimension when they go to the second dimension, like
the evil version is like showing him like pictures of like a platypus, and then like and then the other one with the hat. And he's like, Perry the Platypus. He's like, no, you're not getting it.
Yeah. There's a funny one where he made an invention where, like, it's like, I know all of your secret agent, like, tricks. So obviously Perry got the idea to, like, just switch to, like him being a platypus type of thing. And then, like, the invention, like, didn't get it type of thing. So, the episode 10 years into the future, you know, and I think what makes that weird, like I said, because then they get referenced in the finale. They always seem to go back to the pilot. Like they always redo the pilot. Like they do they did the pilot when they built the roller coaster first, and then that time travel episode. Like they started that episode like differently, but then like it actually ends with them like in the pilot type of thing. Like we don't see the same Phineas and Ferb that we saw like in the beginning of the episode. It's like the end like. But like in the roller coaster episode type of thing, so it's really weird. I don't know if you remember too. There's always like a post credit thing, like in Drake and Josh afterwards, and then like in the post credits, like they go back to like the episode, like the Phineas and Ferb we saw like in the beginning of like that episode type of thing. They do like a musical version of the roller coaster episode, and then which that's what's kind of cool because like they put characters that weren't like obviously like a thing yet, like. In the first episode, and that goes back to the fourth wall break, and like obviously in that episode like Doof just does the same invention, and like Doof is the one like, wait a minute, didn't we already do like he's like put it together like, wait, didn't we already do this? But like obviously he doesn't like fully get like because like he remembers like saying the same lines like at the end like, wait a minute, I swear to God we did this before type of because that's also kind of weird because like why would because Phineas and Ferb come up with the idea to like do the roller coaster episode, but like. Doofus went to Perry still did the same B plot they did. Like, that is also, I guess, kind of...
Yeah, it's unrelated to Phineas and Ferb, so it's weird that they're redoing it, yeah.
Well, also, that's also kind of weird sometimes. Like, sometimes the B plot and A plot will, like, mix up together really weirdly. Like, there'll be an episode where, like, Phineas and Ferb are telling, like, a story that happened in the past, but then the B plot, like... Doofenshmirtz will just tell Perry like he was telling him like the same story that happened exactly type of thing, and it was like, and it's really funny because then you find out that like what they told in the past like it happened like together, but they can't piece together that it was like the other ancestor or whatever type of thing. Okay. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I didn't see those episodes, so I can't really comment too much on it.
Yeah. But yeah. Ants Become Smart, I kind of mentioned that one. There's some strange creatures in Phineas and Ferb. The Loch Ness thing, like I mentioned, there's a giant baby head in the show. And then it's really funny because we think it's part of like their invention, and then at the end of the episode, like Phineas asks Ferb, like, what was the scariest part of the haunted house? And then he says, oh, it was definitely that giant baby head. And then the episode's like about to end, like the music plays at the end, and then like they're like, oh yeah, that was definitely scary. And then Phineas was just like, wait, where the hell did that come from? Like it was like actually like there, like it just showed up randomly. Like
oh yeah, I think I kind of remember that one. Yeah.
And then there's like this creature that's like a shirt. It has like a mouth and like eyes and like makes weird noises. So that's weird. There's werewolves in the show. There's like a haunted house actually like in the show. But then you find out it's not a haunted house. It was just like them pranking them type of thing. And I remember this isn't really a creature, but at the end, like, they were, like, thinking, oh, there's usually some type of, like, big twist that happens at the end type of thing. And then the family, like, they kept looking over at the family, like, waiting for the twist to happen. And then, like, the family's just like, what the hell are you looking at us for? Like, this is it. Like, it's over. Like, it's done. Like, they're like, obviously, Phineas and Ferb are waiting for the twist, and then the twist, like, never comes. And all that type of stuff. So, yeah, there's a lot of weird creatures in Phineas and Ferb. So this one's kind of weird. This is a weird one at the end. An episode gets hyped up, like, way in advance, and then you don't see this episode for, like, years. And then you're probably thinking, like, Owen, isn't that the whole point of, like, a show? No, it's that Meep episode. Like, they hype up a part 2, and, like, they've animated it. They made, like, a commercial for, like, at the end credits of that episode, and you don't see that episode for, like, years. Like, it's like, wait, did they have this?
Yeah, it's super episodic. I don't really know where the episodes are in the seasons. So yeah, the Meep part 1 and part 2 were like separated by a lot.
By a lot, yeah, but like they hyped up like it was gonna happen, like they did like an advertisement. It was gonna happen real soon. And what makes that episode like funny is I think they knew they weren't gonna make it for a while, so they put like a lot of like things we thought were gonna happen, like they had like major monograms saying like to Perry, like, I want your hat on my desk, and it made it sound like he was like firing Perry from like the organization. But then when you saw the episode, they obviously changed it and said like, I want your hat on my desk just for a cleaning type of thing. So they like changed like some of the stuff like in the trailer and everything like that type of thing. So they made the trailer like seem like, I mean, it was a big episode, but there was gonna be like a big episode like world character like changing and everything like that. But then when you saw the episode, it was still like awesome, but like, obviously, the things they put in there that was going to be, like, world-changing didn't end up being, like, very world-changing.
Yeah, it wasn't, like, status quo shake-up.
Yeah, so. And that's the end of the Phineas and Ferb guessing game and the end of an era. So, I feel like we know do better doing guessing games, because your guessing games seem to go quick, and mine take an hour and a half for some reason. So,
well, yeah, to be fair, there was a lot to cover. I'm looking forward to starting Phineas and Ferb because, like I said, a lot of my memories are from like the earlier seasons, and then I'm looking forward to starting that up again. I know it'll be a nice short show to do, because we do a lot of longer shows, so these are very quick episodic episodes, so it'll be fun to kind of do those.
Well, AJ, let me. I was gonna have you guess, but it's not as short of a show as you think it is, because let's look up.
Well, I know it's a lot of episodes, but I mean like they're very short episodes.
Right. So
only 11 minutes.
Yeah, I was thinking too. Like, we'll take the SpongeBob method with it probably. We might do the first episode on its own, just because it's of how because it's the first one, like the roller coaster. But yeah, I'll look up. So Phineas and Ferb. So I guess we'll end the guessing game with this. Guess how many Well, we'll say the original, like not including like last, but guess how many seasons and how many segments each season is, and how many episodes each season is. So
I was gonna say, I think actually not many seasons. I think they take breaks in between the like seasons by a good amount.
Yeah,
I'm gonna guess like 5 seasons. That way it's like every other year, and then each season is like 20. Like, I think it's like an A episode to B episode. So I'm gonna say like 40 overall, but like 20 total.
So season 1, I'll say like when it started, when it ended, and then more in the video. Season 1 is 47 segments. I assume that means 1A, 1B. But there's 26 episodes, and it started on August 17th, 2007, and February, and it ended on February 18th, 2009.
Fuck, why did it take 2 years?
I don't know. I think that's probably why Phineas and Ferb lasted so long. So, and then season 2 has 65 segments. It's 39 episodes, and it started on. This is weird. So the last episode. Remember, I said the last episode of season 1 ended on February 18th, 2009. The premiere of the second season was the next day, February 19th, 2009. So they. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that before. And it ended on February 11th, 2011. So, and then season 3 has 62 segments, has 35 episodes. And then, so remember I mentioned, this isn't as weird, but like the last episode of season 2 happened on February 11th, 2011. This one happened on March 4th, 2011, and ended on November 30th, 2012. So... wait till you hear the 4th season, which is like the last actual like season. So that has 49 segments, 37 episodes. It started on December 7th, 2012, and it ended on June 12th, 2015. So
season 4 took 3 years. That's why I was like, is this like this? I guess Disney was just fucking the show over, like to release it like that, fucking sporadically.
Yeah, I imagine probably too, like season 4 took like several breaks like in between. So
yeah, I was gonna say like kind of reminds me of Gravity Falls, where it's only 2 seasons, but there was like a fucking 5-year break in between season 1 and 2.
Yeah, and then the
so
season...
I think Disney kind of just shitty to the cartoons.
Probably, yeah. And then the season that's out now, season 5, is 38 segments, 20 episodes. And that came out June. This is weird. So it came out almost 10 years to the day of the finale, June 5th, 2025. But it ended on, I think the season just recently ended this year, January 16th, 2026. So, I'm surprised because it went to Disney Plus first. Why they should have just released it on June 12th, 2025, like the 10-year mark type of thing. So
yeah, that is weird.
But yeah, so the release order, I guess that's another thing. The release order for Phineas and Ferb is very weird. I assume it probably has the Ben 10 issue, like you mentioned, where there's probably production order weird issues probably. But again, I don't think it's probably as noticeable with Phineas and Ferb because it's not like a plot. Yeah, so. But yeah, let's end off this video. Anything you want to plug or promote before we get out of here?
No.
Wow. Okay. This channel has a lot of fun, exciting things coming up. We're gonna do another guessing game tomorrow. And then AJ, let me. You said 4 is a lucky number. We have 4 of like everything left. Tomorrow we would have officially done 4 guessing games, which is weird. So, we're gonna do an April Fool's one. Well, we'll record it tomorrow, but I forgot it's not actually going up until April 1st, so you won't see it for a while. But it's gonna be us back and forth doing 2 different shows. This video is probably gonna be weird because it's gonna be, again, it's an April Fool's video, but he's gonna be doing the Riverdale guessing game, and I'm gonna be doing the Goosebumps guessing game, and somehow we're gonna try to do that in one video, which is gonna be probably all over the place and
much like Goosebumps and Riverdale.
Yeah,
all over the place.
And then we have Evil Dead 2 coming up. We were supposed to do that this week, but we had to do these two. We had to do these 2 videos. Wanted to finally get them done, so we're gonna finally do Evil Dead 2. We're gonna do Star Wars: Return of the Jedi the next week, or the week after, probably depending on our mood. We have some short videos coming up. We're gonna do finally go back to Rick and Morty, review the next episode of that, which is Raising Bulbasaur, I believe it's called. And we're gonna do a Dragon Ball pretty soon, and then April, May, which is not that long, far off. We're going to go back full on to Danny, Avatar, and Ben.
Yep.
Huh?
I said looking forward to that.
Yeah, probably more so going to be May because we'll probably do it in April. But like I said, AJ and I are both going to take a vacation. I'll be gone 1 week and then he'll be gone 1 week. So it'll probably be more so May. But we're definitely going to start it up again in April. And then later this year, depending on our mood and how we feel about everything, and if it actually releases this year, we'll be doing Yellow Jackets again. So, look forward to that. So, anything else you want to plug? So,
No, you pretty much covered it. That's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching.
All right, talk to you guys later.